Hey guys, it's me Dale, and you're watching The Factoid. And today I'm going to give you a 5-minute video game history lesson. Basically all this is me giving you as much information as I can about a video game character, or a video game series, all in the course of 5 minutes. So who better to start off with the one and only Mario. Mario has been in over 200 games, but his history is a very interesting one, so let's start. In 1979, Nintendo released a game called the Radar Scope. With its great sales in Japan, they thought it would do just as well in America. So with their new branch, Nintendo of America, ordering so many, they built up quite a hype. But sadly, it took so long for the game to get here, the hype was almost over. And with the game's loud, obnoxious, chirping noises, it turned out to be a complete bust. So then President Hiroshi Yamauchi was forced to hire a person who would be able to sell those unsold consoles by vamping up the old system. And that person was Shigeru Miyamoto. He was tasked with the job of trying to make a video game that Americans would recognize. So, knowing that the character Popeye was already popular, and with a movie that came out starring Robin Williams in 1980, he wanted to use that to slingshot the game to make it more recognizable by Americans so people would try it, and giving him the ability to sell more consoles. Sadly though, Miyamoto was unable to gain the rights to the Popeye characters, forcing him to create completely original characters, and one of those characters would be later known as Mario. Though it can be seen by this love triangle that the idea of Popeye very much so exists, with Bluto being represented by Donkey Kong, Olive Oil being represented by Pauline, and Mario representing Popeye. After creating the game that would be finally known as Donkey Kong, it was sent to Nintendo of America for testing, and they hated it. But then President of Nintendo of America, Minoru Arakawa, said to have strong faith in this video game, and decided to push it through. Out of the 3,000 unsold Radar Scope consoles, Miyamoto turned 2,000 of them into Donkey Kong consoles. And in the process of that, not only did he manage to sell them all, but he managed to rake up a nice order of another 58,000 more. Not only did this completely turn around the financial problems that Nintendo was experiencing, but it made Nintendo rather popular. With Jumpman not really being that catchy of a name, and Morimoto wanting to name Mario Mr. Video, Nintendo of America felt like they needed something a little more catchy. So where did they get the name, you ask? Well, none the less than an angry Italian landlord named Mario Segale. Segale went to Arakawa demanding back rent. And after a rather interesting debacle, they both managed to settle on not only giving Mario his money, but naming a video game character after him. Inspiration for Wario, maybe? So after failed attempts of trying to make a popular Donkey Kong game without featuring Mario, eventually they settled on making another Mario game, and the next big Mario hit called Mario Bros. And come on, who doesn't know that game? They freaking bundled it inside every freaking Mario game for the Game Boy Advance, which is also the first game to feature Mario's brother Luigi. And then after that, featured the Mario we all know and love today, the Mario from Super Mario Bros. What may be one of the most iconic games ever has captured the heart of millions. It also established the idea of Mario having mushrooms, fire flowers, Goombas, Princess Toadstool, who later became known as Princess Peach, Bowser, who was originally supposed to be a bull, by the way, but somehow that artwork was completely misunderstood, and we got that turtle we all know and love today. And from that point on, Mario became one of the most iconic, revolutionary cultural icons the world has ever seen. Reports state that in the 90s, most kids were able to recognize Mario over Mickey Mouse. Though speaking of Mario's image, it has changed quite a bit as well. He was originally a carpenter, but became a plumber. He had a butt chin. Mario's colors have also changed quite a bit. Mario's famous for his red hat, blue overalls, and red shirt, but he's had a very large array of different color combinations to his attire, as you can see. But he didn't actually get his most famous color combination until the game Super Mario Land. The reason why Mario has a hat and a mustache was because at the time of his creation, Morimoto had a hard time not only making hair, but making a dividing line between his nose and the rest of his face. So what he did is he literally put a mustache on Mario and put a hat on Mario so he could avoid both problems. So in the end, Mario's creation was all due to sheer luck. The fact that the Radar Scope completely failed forced Nintendo to completely rework that whole system to make the character we all know today. And that, my friends, is the story of Mario in all about 5 minutes. So thanks for watching, and please stay in tune for more. Later.